Hey, it's Championship Chase. After the game, the Steelers beat the Bengals 34-12. They're now 6-4. Ida Simpson, Ty Boogie here with us. So let's talk about our impressions of the game. Ida, you go first.
I mean, it was an all around good game. Score doesn't really show what the game was. Watching it looks like it was a beatdown, but that all came at the end. It was a pretty close, tight game. It could go either way at any given time. But I did see how that defense held the team down. They held them down in a way that kept them in the game and kept them sturdy and strong. I knew that they were going to come into this game in a way that they didn't the last time, which was pressure Flacco. There was no reason that he had that much time, that he was able to sit back there and relax that last game. I know they watched that tape, and I know they said, all right, we got to do so. It's Flacco. Like, all you got to do is get him uncomfortable. Y'all played against him for years. So I knew they were going to come in different on that note, and they did. And you can see the difference. The defense was having a blast. The offense, there's some things I'll talk about, but I'm going to just keep the defense as my focal point right now.
Ty, you agree with the defense, how they played today?
Yeah, I think the defense is amazing. This is what they're supposed to be. This is what they were touted to be. And, whatever you want to call the Bengals, they thrashed this last game. So we got our lick back. I think it was a great defensive performance. We didn't rely on turnovers. We had two big turnovers, but that wasn't, it wasn't turnover or bust like it usually was. We got some quality stops, key stops, big third down stops. I mean, 4 field goals. That's all they. Or I'm sorry, no, they did have 1 touchdown, but Flacco didn't dice us up, man. We made him look old, because he is old, So bravo to the defense.
This human relations moment brought to you by PGHCHR. Does the world have you feeling anxious? Are you worried that hate and injustice will triumph? We are here to help. Report your concerns today. Call us at 412-255-2600 or email us at human.relations@pittsburghpa.gov. Pittsburgh Commission on Human Relations, enforcing civil rights laws since 1955.
There was the incident in the game where Chase and Jalen Ramsey got into an altercation, and ultimately Ramsey was kicked out. Now we know why. Ty, you sent me the close-up of the film, and it looks like Chase did spit. Jamar Chase spit on Jalen Ramsey.
I mean, it didn't look like it. He did do that. Watching it live, I was like, I'm watching them like, hey, there's no reason for him just to go off like this. And I'm like, he must have did something crazy. Like, he must have spit on him. I mean, I'm thinking about this in real time. Like, there was just no need for, you watch the replay. It just looks like, Jalen Ramsey turned to a rabid animal out of nowhere. And no, there was cause and effect. So I hope Jamar Chase gets suspended, because that's just crazy. I mean, it was a big loogie, yo. Like, it was even it was nasty.
Ty, in the moment while we're talking, I defended him to the T. Everybody was down on Ramsey, and I said, look.
I know I was.
I said, no, something happened. There's no way that he's just going off and doing that. I was like, in my mind, in real time, I'm like, he is the king of knocking people off their peg. I couldn't stand that man for years. Every team he was with, that's what he does. He does it with perfection. So there's no way all of a sudden he just becomes the person that just jumps off their peg and goes crazy. No, he knows how to push people's buttons. He knows what to say. And I said, something happened. I didn't see it, but I know for a fact Chase did something and he needed to be kicked out too.
Well, hold on. I do have a question. This was going back all game. Was it a late hit on Jalen earlier in the game? I thought it was real close, but they were going back and forth all game, and it started with that play. A pass across the middle. Jamar Chase didn't get the ball. I mean, I think Jalen was just letting his presence known. The announcers tried to make something out of it. I thought it was close, but I can see how that rubbed Jamar Chase the wrong way, like from and set the tone from the get-go. But he didn't have to spit on him. That's uncalled for.
There's a mixture of things here. The reality is, you had the first game Thursday night. They showed their tails and put numbers up, so they came in here expecting to do the same thing. And when you're in here and you're getting held to 1, 2, 3 catches, that chatter's going on. And
that ego was hurt. That ego was hurt.
That whole game, you think you're gonna be cut? I don't know what the exact words were, but I know he was all up in his head that whole game. But then when you get to a point where you're starting to press, And he's right. Like, I only got 3 catches. I only got 2 catches, 3 catches. Like, you're mad because they want to get the ball like they always do, and they weren't. So that added a layer of pissed offness for Chase.
Well, before we get to the offense, I want to ask this question. Are these two teams still basically even because the Bengals won in Cincinnati, the Steelers won here, they won bigger, but they look sort of like the same type teams. They're kind of even to me. Do you think that? No?
Our defense is way better. We've shown that we have a quality defense and we can put out a quality product. Yes, the head-to-head standings make us look even. That first game, it came down to the wire, but there are levels to this. I do think we're better. I think we just have to be consistent, but I don't think we're close.
The reality is that these are division rivalries, teams that know each other well. They're going to be prepared. You're going to have your best, and they're going to be ready. I expect a split most of the time. It's either the Steelers are going to win both of them, or it's going to be a split. But I know the Bengals are not going to get us. We're not going to sweep the Steelers, but their best opportunity is at home. I think a Thursday night game at their house benefited them in a way that it worked out well, but I don't think they're anywhere close to being on the same level.
Well, offensively, the Steelers put up 34 points in the game. Aaron Rodgers goes out with a hand injury. Mason Rudolph comes in. Now, barring injury, should Mason Rudolph continue to start?
You want to go first, Ida?
I don't even want to answer. Like, no, I don't want to see him. I don't. Like, I know what he is. Like, if he was the savior for the Pittsburgh Steelers, he would have never stopped playing after Ben was leaving. He would own the team. He would be our quarterback. He would be the one we was riding with. He's not. He came into this season as a backup. They brought him back. He went to another team. They brought him back. Like, he's not our answer. So can he come in and back up and hold the fort down? Yes, I do believe he can, while old man Rodgers gets his little self back together. But I do not see him carrying this team, taking this team to the next level, and daggone sure not going to no Super Bowl with Mason Rudolph.
So that means Mason sits no matter what if Rodgers is healthy enough to play, basically, in your mind.
Yes.
Ty, you have a different opinion?
Oh, Ida, I thought we were locked in. I thought we were locked in, Ida. So hold on. Just hear me out.
Okay, I'm listening.
I don't think Mason is the Steelers savior, but maybe he's the Arthur Smith savior, because it was a very, very short sample size, but some things looked a little bit more smooth with Mason. It just seemed randomly that the ball was finding its way to getting to receivers' hands. There were small passes that were turning into big gains. There was a bad penalty on DK Metcalf, but the ball was finding him. So I don't know. I think we might have to see what's up with Mason. Almost to the point where
caught up in the wishful thinking.
I tell you what, it looked to me like he allowed the Steelers offense to play faster.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Like, so
but we've been here before where he'll come in and give you a couple games, but I just don't. Maybe he left and came back. Maybe he grew. So I'm going to hold a little bit of space for him.
Hold on, because we our relationship with Mason is crazy. We never give him a fair shot. He actually comes in and does what he's supposed to do.
No.
His rookie season.
Let him off the hook for not beating the winless Detroit Lions. Like, there was no reason. That was his game to win. He was there. It was him the whole game. He knew he was starting. He knew he was coming in, and he tied that game. He just doesn't do it for me.